I have obtained top secret documents deep from within a filing cabinet at Paramount of Viacom Company Studios. Inside contains highly sensitive information on the upcoming third Sonic the Hedgehog movie, the likes of which have never before been shared with the public until now. The third Sonic movie will begin with Dr. Robotnik scheming yet again to capture Sonic, in order to ensure that his plans of world domination won't be thwarted like they have in the past. But this time, after reflecting on his multiple failed attempts, Robotnik realizes his best chance of capturing Sonic won't be to rely on another game of cat and mouse, but to instead utilize the bad guy disguises himself as a good guy to get close to and befriend the good guys before capturing them and revealing his true plan trope that shows up in a film every once in a while. To do this, Robotnik invents a machine that transfers the characteristics of one organism to another, and Sega knows exactly what they're doing, as this movie turns into the perfect marketing opportunity to introduce a new anthropomorphic furry friend to the Sonic canon.
Excuse me, but movies aren't typically canon.
You'll be fine. So Sega considers all their options, and after looking at their array of character-associated colors, they decide to choose green.
Hey man, what about us?
They decide to choose green. But why green, you may be asking yourself? Because as you know, Robotnik is portrayed by actor Jim Carrey, but did you forget he just so happened to play another lanky narcissist who also rejoiced in tormenting the lives of others, who just so happens to be furry and green? Why, it's the character whose name and likeness can't be used until Paramount, a Viacom company, makes a licensing agreement with Universal Studios to resurrect the live-action terrifyingly naked furry green man for the movie. So while that gets taken care of, Robotnik finds and combines his DNA with one of the only furry green organisms writers could think of. And blossoms into a beautiful, well, you get the idea. But Sega has to give him a longer snout. And adds an extra I to his name, making him Grinnick. Because sadly, negotiations between Paramount, a Viacom company, and Universal Studios fell through, meaning Sega's new flagship character will forever be condemned to walking a fine line between appropriation and good old plagiarism. So Robotnik as Grinnick approaches Sonic and his friends and tricks them into thinking he's an anthropomorphic furry, also seeking revenge on Robotnik for decimating his home planet, pleading for their help. That's when Grinnick unleashes an army of robots he created beforehand as Robotnik, and stages attacks across the city so that he can win the trust of Sonic and company by defeating the robots alongside them. Finally, when they're caught off guard, Grinnick captures them all in a giant, totally not a Christmas, sack, and throws them into his transfer machine to remove all their abilities and leave them utterly powerless. But, at the last second, Grinnick reminisces about all the good times they had smashing his robots, and he realizes what he had been longing for all along. Neither power nor world domination, but instead the greatest treasure of all, friendship. It's said that Grinnick's heart grew and that he found the strength of and that his biceps grow huge, like he gets jacked. and smashes the machine.
Hey, Sonic.
To which Sonic and friends forgive him for his previous transgressions for plot-convenient purposes. And with that, the Sonic Movie 3 comes to a conclusion, and Grinnick jumps off the big screen to be featured in a buttload of new Sonic content. Like figures, plushes, fan art, games, everything I guess. Oh, and yeah, Sonic runs, Tails flies, Knuckles glides and climbs, and since Robotnik mutated with a caterpillar, Grinnick's gimmick is that he can crawl into hard-to-reach places, which may be relevant in some future games.